Hey guys, this is your boy Markcoos, and welcome back to the Markcoos Mafia episode number 59. And as you can see, I had to make a new badge. And you go like, why are you making a new badge? Well, because of course I updated the data pack, and I updated the, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. The edit option file I had. So, of course, with me doing that, I had to, of course, make a new badge. And the badge is maybe it's a bit weird, and I also made a new kit as well, which you actually see in this episode. And I play the games, of course. This episode's only 2 games because, of course, it's 2 games, and it's quite a long episode, so it's not too bad. But yeah, this is a little just update, of course, as the fact that I'm also finished with my exams. So of course I will be doing probably more regular uploads rather than like every 3-4 days, rather than maybe about 4 times a week now instead of 7 times a week. I think 7 times a week is a bit overdoing it because you want quality, not quantity. So yeah, this episode is quite long. It has 2 matches in it, and I think I buy a couple players and I get rid of a couple players and all that sort of stuff. And then the next episode will probably be quite shorter, but it'll have maybe the same amount of games. I don't know. Not finished yet. But TMM is the badge, the Markcoos Mafia. But anyway, I went into my account, I had 12 million, and I was like, I'm gonna go buy a new centre back. So I actually went out and bought Crescito, and he's actually classed as a left back, but he's quite fast left back. And I thought, I don't actually have a good a backup left back. I know Charlie Mulgrew's there, but Mulgrew can play everywhere, so it doesn't really mean anything. So I'll buy Crescito for about 9 million, so it's not too bad, and he'll probably be playing in the first games of this episode. So, of course, last episode was quite a long time ago, so I was a bit rusty playing this game, but I did get some very good results in this match. First guy I go against is a team strength of 810, but he's got Cristiano Ronaldo, Aguero, Van der March, Martins as his front 4. He's got Mascherano, Nuno, Andre, Pereira, Mamadou Sakho as his back 4. And he's got Aldiera and Guarin in his centre midfielders, and he's got Joe Hart in goal. He's got an unbelievably good team, and I'm nothing wrong with that, other than the fact that Van der March is playing, which is really goddamn annoying, because Van der March is the most overpowered player in the game. This is the first time I've actually gone into Van der March in quite a while, so it was going to be a good reunion. But no, never a good reunion when you're playing Van der March. And if straight away, looking at the guy's formation, you can tell that he's just going to spam the ball through and through, but he spammed it a little bit, which was expected, but I didn't expect him to actually play some good football. I think his pass completion was relatively low, but wasn't like in the 40s or 50s. It was quite high, if I can remember correctly. But in the 4th minute of the match here, Viviano gets the ball, and I throw it out. I don't know why I threw it out, but I threw it out, and then the players were all over the place. Mamadou Sakho, for some ridiculous reason, was playing as a centre forward, and I was just like, what the hell? And Aguero scored, and I was just like, God damn it. I mean, like, really, but Crescito here stopping the guy from making a cross. Eventually actually does cross it, and it just, unfortunately for him, fortunately for me, goes just wide. But David Villa, of course, is playing up front for me, and I spammed a couple of through balls in this match because I knew that he would do the exact same. Villa gets a nice shot away, and Joe Hart makes a great save. So, in the 26th minute here, I'm on the ball on the right-hand side of Debuchy. Debuchy plays it to Milner, Milner to Constant back to Milner. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to really cross the ball. I was like, no, I'm not going to cross the ball to David Villa in the box. Get it back to Constant. Constant makes a nice shot. Hart makes a great save, and Villa pops it in with his head. Now, usually I don't score headers, and I know technically it's not a header. Well, it is a header because he scores with his head, but he scores from a standing, not even a standing jump. Doesn't even jump, he just heads it in. But as you see, his pass completion was 69, so it wasn't too bad. It was relatively poor, but it wasn't too bad. But here, if you could hear that, was my father having a sneeze. Anyway, in the 62nd minute here, I'm on the ball with Casemiro, plays it through to Villa, and Villa, tried to round the keeper, couldn't round him, and Joe Hart makes a great save, actually, which is a bit weird. But in the 72nd minute, Casemiro has a nice shot which goes just wide. It curls just wide of the far post, actually. And into the 86th minute, 86th minute, Martins actually gets through. Crescito takes him out, and I was like, oh god. And he got a yellow card, and Hulk was taking the penalty. And I dived the right way, but it's a good enough penalty, right to the top corner. But from kickoff, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have this. So play some nice one-touch football here of James Milner to Constant back to Milner back to Constant, and then eventually Salvio gets through on goal, gets a shot away. Hart makes a great save, but for some ridiculous reason, I just ended up getting passed again. Salvio actually goes on and scores, and 2-2 in the last minutes in the match. But from kickoff, he gives the ball really cheaply away. Constant to Villa, Villa back to Casemiro, and Casemiro back to David Villa. David Villa through on goal. and David Villa scores. So David Villa scores. We had a little bit of a snatch and grab is basically the best way to describe this game, because I don't really deserve to win. I did play for some very good football, but I had 13 shots down on target, but his pass completion actually went down from 69 to 67, but it wasn't too bad. I actually gave him a fair play because he didn't quit on me or anything. I mean, he could have quit there before the game actually ended, but he didn't. But David Villa got my match with 7.5 rating, and we got 3.3 million from that match. 3 million, yeah, 3.3 million. It's not too bad. So into the next match of this episode, and the final match of the episode actually, it's against a guy who has a better team than me. His rating is 545, is great. His team strength is 866. He's got an unbelievably good team. I looked at his bench straight away and I thought, oh god, he's probably going to have Van der March. He doesn't have Van der March. He's got Rubinho, Messi, he's got Cazorla, Sissoko, De Jong, Pereira. But he's also his first team, Hulk, Van Persie, Guarin, Rooney, David Villa, Mascherano. And this guy played the best football. This was the best game I've had in about 40, 50 games of MLO, which is saying something, considering this is on episodes 59. But yeah, in the 4th minute of the match, he gets through on goal with Van Persie, sorry, not Hulk. And look at that, what the hell's going on there? And he actually scores. Really unfortunately, Debussy ran into Ivanovic, I think, and that's caused a lot of problems. So in the 18th minute here, David Villa through on goal, Neuer makes a great save, and he sort of plays some really, really ridiculous football in a sense because of this goal which I actually score. I just predicted where he was going to go. Crescito has a really poor shot. He passes it from a kick-off, and I just go, oh, you're going to pass it to our centre-back. Jovetic takes it and pops it in the back of the net. So in the 35th minute here, he actually scores a really nice goal here with David Villa. He cuts inside basically 3 of my players. I don't really do good defending, and David Villa pops it into the back of the net. Now, as you can see here, he pinged it through, but he knew that the game was going to go to half-time, and it did. But as you can see, he has a 79 pass completion of an 85, I think it was 85 or 83. And in the 56th minute here, nice little one-touch football gets Jovetic for a goal. He actually scores, but he is, unfortunately for me, offside. But when I actually looked through this, he actually wasn't offside, but I wasn't really too bothered from it. I was a bit bored, but not too bothered. But in the 68th minute here, Lampard has a nice shot, and Neuer again makes a great save. But from the corner kick, I don't get my head on the corner, but Ivanovic actually gets it here. He keeps the possession of Van Persie. I get to, I think it's Crescito gets shot. He doesn't get shot. Mamadou Sakho can't pass it forward. He eventually passes it forward to Crescito. Crescito to Jovetic. Jovetic to Cassano. Cassano really luckily gets round the keeper and pops it into the back of the net. And I was just like, oh, okay then. So into the last minutes of the match, Jovetic on the ball, and look at this, okay? He plays the ball and he's onside. He's onside, okay? And look where the foul occurs. Foul occurs is on the edge of the box. Referee actually gives a red card to Javier Zanetti, and technically I should have had a penalty because it's on the line. If it's on the line, it's in the box. It's actually considered in the box. I wasn't really too bothered from it. David Villa is going to take this free kick. Will he get it on target? Will he even score? And no. Yeah, the shot was absolutely ridiculous. Cassano gets a nice shot away, but Neuer makes a great save. And that's the end of this match. It actually ended 2-2. I messaged him like straight after saying, good game, man. And then he actually went, oh, I was really lucky. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, but really good game. And he was like, yeah. And then he just was like, I'm not played. Don't you usually play people like this? And I was like, fair dues, man, fair dues. But anyway, his pass completion 75%, quite relatively high. Mine was 82. I had 14 shots down on target. I really deserved to win, but of course he had Manuel Neuer in the goals. So it was always going to be a bit more difficult for me. So with a draw against a guy who had a team of 866, you would expect me to get too much money, but expect me to get some form of good money. And look what happens. I get 2.5 million, which is not good. It's really good for a draw, considering I only got 3.0 for a win in the first match of the episode. But I actually end up getting rid of James Milner here because he's ran out of contracts, and he's been a great player, but I get rid of him and I actually go out and buy Glenn Johnson, who you've been asking for. So then, because I saw that, what's his name? Big Sylvain Distin has ran out of contracts, and that will be that. So Sylvain Distin, basically Johnson will be able to do right back, centre back and left back, and that's what I needed. So if you have enjoyed this episode, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.